Higher Love, Spirit Science Central Team, Higher Love. Higher Love, Jordan Pierce, and higher love to every light worker out here. My name is Lynette Crosby. I am an energy worker, a guide, a healer, and I am also someone who is awakened. I've been awakened for the past 7 years. And my purpose of contacting you is to share some information and to try to get a bigger connection with those who need it. I'm contacting you specifically because you guys are well aware of what's going on with the water. And I found some solutions that we haven't addressed yet in a form that is simple, easy, and effective, and can reach a lot of people who are not even awake yet, and create the space for them to create a solid foundation for their awakening, and to help to propel every light worker out here from the fright zone into the freedom zone. And when I say the fright zone, I'm talking about being open to energetic and psychic experiences that are low vibrational, psychic forms of attack, trauma, bullying, just being afraid to do anything on their journey, feeling stuck, out of control, like we're not doing the right thing in our own personal journeys. And those things are the following. Iodine and selenium remove radiation from the thyroid, but in combination, it also supports the endocrine system, which is our fight or flight response, our adrenal glands, and a lot of those things that make a lot of people shy away from their own personal spiritual journey because of those things that are in the water that causes them to suppress their own personal abilities. Then there is zeolite in powder form, a zeolite powder that you can take a bath in or soak your feet in, and it removes the radiation from the body, radioactive particles from the body, and helps to clear the mind and clear the way for our spirituality to bloom without those things that are holding us down, that a lot of us think are subconscious or conscious, or fears, or things that we haven't processed, or emotions that we haven't processed, when in reality the radiation and the fluoride and the stuff in the water is causing us not to be able to process those things and not to raise our vibration higher than we already are. So there is this beautiful symphony of things that iodine, zeolite, selenium powders, things that are easily accessible to those that need them, as well as a shower filter. Omega Organics has it. It's $100. It's called the Omega shower filter, and that shower filter actually has a copper coil that structures the water. It has zeolite in it. It has virgin quartz in it, and it also has coconut oil, coconut charcoal. I can't remember the name of it right now, but these are things that we can all use, and I've seen them change people. I've seen them change animals, where there's this animal that they thought he was getting old and they were going to have to get him a seat, to now he's rolling around like he was literally learning how to roll over. And this dog is I can't remember what his age is. I should have asked today, but I think it's like he's 7 years old, or maybe even older than that, and I don't know in dog years. But the dog years are an illusion. The cat years are an illusion. The reason why they age so quickly is because they're suffering from the trauma that the water is suffering from, and it's aging them prematurely, just like it's aging us prematurely. So I wanted to get this information out because I created I created a 7-day experience called Feel Better Now, and I created it in a general way. But the purpose that made me come out and make the videos from it and start it was just to get everybody in their foundation and to start to help them to heal. Because I knew what to do when I realized after a year that what I had been experiencing, what I thought was taking me off my journey, when I thought I didn't have the answers, or I was on the wrong path, or I was being punished energetically or spiritually because of karma or something that I did wrong, or taking the wrong path, because I had moved from a apartment I lived for 15 years, and I moved home with my family, and I thought that I was supposed to move to North Carolina, so I was being punished because of that. It was just, I couldn't understand why I was open to so much energetic and psychic debris and attack. I couldn't understand it. And then I realized that through seeing someone else, and their nails were growing and they were deformed, that what they were experiencing was because of radiation. And once I knew that, I went into a state of complete calm, because I knew what the answers were and I knew how to help. And I created this so everybody could have the answers. And now I want to focus in on the light workers and the light walkers and the energy workers and the empaths and whatever someone associates themselves with, to let them know that their journey can be a greater journey if they don't have these things that they're not exposing themselves to these things. And not only not exposing themselves to these things, but they can help themselves and empower themselves in their spirituality in a new way. I'm going to share an experience with you, and this is how important it is for us. We're all very, very powerful beings, and a lot of us know it and are aware of it. Well, I remember creating a water filter, and it had crystals in it, and I didn't have that water filter in my home, but a client of mine had 7 filters in their house, and the last one was crystal. So this filter was like amazing, really, really very powerful energetically. You have 7 filters before it ever touches the crystal, and then it sits there touching the crystal for weeks on end. And then you can go and turn it on and drink it, and you're drinking pure crystal water, energy, divine love and light. And there was beautiful stones like angel stone in there, and amethyst, and rose quartz, and peridot, and I mean just beautiful crystals in this particular filter. I drank it, and I came home, and I was upset because my family had gone into the room that I was staying in, this beautiful space that I had created for me. And they put in these wire racks. And I was already going through so much energetically and spiritually. I was upset. So I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to show them I'm upset, and I'm going to I'm going to have a tantrum, basically, where I'm going to emotionally block them, and I'm just going to stomp and not say nothing. And just this one day of frustration that had built up in me. And I remember it happening, and my father was sitting in the chair, wasn't nobody home but me and him, and I was gathering my stuff so I could make Oron, because that's one of the things that I do, and I call it Ohana. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And so I'm gathering my supplies and my tools to go upstairs and make it so that I can get my stuff together and leave his house. And I remember my father saying, "What are you doing?" And I was like, minding my business. I mean, that kind of attitude. And he said, "No, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're taking the air out of the room." And I'm still like, okay, whatever. And I'm just getting my stuff, going back and forth upstairs. And then it got to the point where he grabbed his chest, he said, "Stop! You're taking the air out the room." And he sat there for a minute, and I'm still going back and forth, and I'm not present. I'm not present with him. I'm in this state of fear, right? Because that's where I was coming from. I was coming from fear. I wasn't coming from love. And he jumped up and ran out his own house. And I went to work, and I started making this piece, working and, pouring resin and doing all of this stuff. And I went downstairs, and this was like 11 o'clock at night, during the day. At 6 o'clock at night, I went downstairs to eat, and I sat down, and I burst into tears because I realized what had happened. I realized that, and I had hurt my father with my energy. And I wasn't even focused on him. I just wanted him to know that I was mad. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad that he was letting this happen and letting these people come in. And I wasn't angry at him. And through that experience, it taught me the power of divine love, the power that we are, and the power that we don't have to be afraid of, because the one true power is divine love. But if we are having all of these experiences and all of these, working with all of these energetic tools and raising our vibration, and we're still on radiation, it's like a 2-year-old running with scissors. If we don't have the right tools, if we don't understand that you cannot have radiation and awakening like this and expect that you're going to raise your vibration out of that. We need to remove those things and start to inform each other on how to do that. There are so many gifts that you have shared with all of us. There's so many gifts that as a team, a spirit team, all of the beautiful things that you shared, the visuals, all of the things that I have learned from you, and all of the things that others have learned from you. We need to figure out a way to spread this message so that we understand each other on a deeper level. This message is, it hasn't been short, but it's been from my heart. And again, I've asked my guides, was this for the highest and best good and in my best interest to come and speak today? I speak to you from my heart. I speak to you from my thymus gland, which is active and loving. I send you love, and I hope that this finds you well. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, I have sent you an email. You can contact me by responding to the email. You can email me at arelta, arelta@arelta.com, or you can call me at the number provided. If this does not resonate with you, I thank you for your continued work, and I want to let you know that no empowers me to stay on my path and empowers you to stay on your path. And only do what resonates with you for the highest and best good. I support that, as I support it in myself. And that's it. I want to thank you for your time and your energy of watching this video, and continue to have faith in humanity and faith in yourself. And I will continue to have faith in humanity and faith in myself. I thank you, and I'm divinely grateful. Have an amazing day.